Welcome in this tutorial. In today's video we're gonna cut this nice long curly hair. I just want to show you to be confident with this kind of hair. It's not that hard, you just have to imagine what you want to do, and also the communication with the client is the key. We just talking about how he wanted to shorten this, and we decided to just short a little bit and create a nice natural shape. Firstly, when you're trying to cut all of the hair, you have to wet it properly, so 100% wet. I use towel around his neck so he feels comfortable, and you can see I'm just using my hand and also just spraying the water all around. After spraying water, I just use brush so the water goes all around the roots and the hair is fully wet. Then we want to divide the back side, so we starting with the back side because I think it's the hardest part. Firstly we find the growth pattern, and then we go the straight section behind the ear. There is the bone, you can feel it, so go from one side to other side, the same thing, so from the growth pattern to the bone behind the ear. Make your section clean, maybe use clips, but you don't need to if the hair is fully wet. Firstly we create one section. With this section we just decide our shape, so you can see I was just eating cookies there. And then firstly taking our section and trying to imagine what we want to create. I recommend to keep more weight on the top so it looks nice, and with curly hair it sits differently than the straight hair because it's more standing. Now you can see I'm just copying the previous section, so we are going second section to the first and just trying to make it thin, not too thick, because if you don't see previous hair it means your section is too thick. So go again and don't be afraid to recreate things. I think the haircuts are just recreating what we saw, and like we are not perfect all the time, but the main thing is the end result. Now you can see I'm switching to the lower holding, so you can just practice that you holding from the top, then you holding from the lower point, so you have to like be comfortable with the hair cutting and it feels natural for you, and your elbow and shoulders are not in pain. Now you can see I'm going to the other side, so same thing but different holding. You can see my hand is from the top, and then I'm just copying the previous section, so this is also the second to the first. Then we're going to go to from third to second, and the fourth to the third. So just be consistent, make the same tension every time, and you can just go back and refine everything if you feel like something is wrong. Now you can see the back side is done. It was easy. I think like you just have to understand what you want to create, and if you want to create this square type of haircut, you create this, but you just have to understand the layering, graduation and everything. So watch more YouTube videos and you will be better every time. Now we decided that we want something to keep on the ear, so when you want to create something like this, so you just kept the hair on the ear, like I mean now we can take all of the hair and just taking it where we want to end there. So this is the point where we want, and now you can see I'm just removing a little bit of weight and just creating nice graduation there. Same thing on the other side, so we split the top and the sides. We are going from growth pattern to recession area. Recession area is the corner of the forehead, and now you can see I'm just creating the same thing, and here you can see I'm just taking a little bit of that bulkiness there, and now you can see I'm just removing a little bit of that weight. Okay, this was the side. It might seem fast, but I think it's easy, but you have to practice. This was not too much hair cutting. Sometimes it's better to not to cut too much. It's better to leave hair there so it has nice shape. You can see I'm just connecting the top with the sides. It was very easy, just dividing the top, and now it just taking the top to the sides and just watching the under and trying to make it the same length as is underneath. Now you can see I'm just shortening the fringe. He wants longer fringe because curly hair just sit a little bit higher, so you can see I'm just removing a little bit. Now we're gonna create the top. With the top, the easiest ways how to control it is to create one panel, and from the side you will decide what you want, what shape you want. So now you can see I'm just trying to imagine what we want to create, and just watching how it's gonna sit on the back, and then just connecting to the back. But you don't need to, it just depends all of the hair on the haircut, but I want it rounder, so I'm gonna connect it to the back. Now you can see I'm just removing little by little. Then another section. The first section is just our ruler, so we have first ruler, and now we are just copying what we have on the middle. You can see it might seem maybe complicated, but it's very simple because you just going with the little rules, and these rules, if you just go with it, you will be surprised how efficient this can be, and you will be better with every haircut. You can see I'm just creating second section on the other side and just copying what we have in the middle. With these haircuts, if you are not super confident with them, I recommend to just practice it a lot, maybe buy some mannequins. But if you want to practice it, just maybe if someone came with longer hair, told him that you're gonna create 2 or more haircuts, and you will just practice the cutting with the scissors. Now you can see I'm just using a little bit of matte paste and just crunching it all around the head, so we are just define his curls even more. Now I just want to create space for taper fade. I just remove a little bit with scissor over comb, and here we are with the clipper, just 1.5 guard fully open. Now we're creating little zero there, just little touch of shaver, and number 1 fully open, and the clipper closed and fully open, and just playing with the clipper. This was just fast taper fade, and I think it's easy, just you have to practice it, and then the scissor work is important, but we're gonna make more work after we gonna dry the hair. Same thing on the other side, we're just creating the space for the taper fade. We don't want to go too high because we want to create natural haircut. This guy was like, you just want natural haircut. He don't want to make a super short hair, and he just don't care at all about his hair, so he was like, make it the best you can. Also don't want to create the contours there because he's like not in that sharp area guy. He wants just natural haircut, so this was his only condition. You can see I'm taking the diffuser, and with diffuser we just define the curls even more, and you can see I'm not touching the hair, I just playing with my hand and trying to create that shape what we created with the scissors. I think you just have to practice a lot with the scissors, but watch a lot of videos. I recommend maybe find 20 minutes in a day or even 5 minutes in a day. Just swap the scrolling, we all scrolling, and it's like so sad that we just don't have time for our improvements every day. Just I think like have like maybe 1 month every day for 10 minutes to watch one video about haircuts, and you will be surprised what's gonna change. And even imagine if you're gonna do it in 1 year, so it's gonna be super huge step for you. And also I recommend to everything you know in videos, just try to recreate on your next client, and just take pictures and reflect on them. Watch maybe at the nights and just watch what you did bad, or just try to imagine how you can create it even better next time. If you have any questions about haircutting, just write me on Instagram or just give me in the comments. I also make videos and little tutorials on Instagram, so I will be excited if you joined us there, and you will learn also from that side. So it's shorter video and shorter time for information, so you can also use this social medias as a platform for you to create and show yourself better. I think we have great opportunity to be creators, but I recommend to be creator, not consumer, and use this and just maybe even make more money with this. I started my Instagram journey seriously like 3 years ago, maybe 4, and this really changed my life because I have so many clients. Even I just have to reject some, and I don't like it, but we have to have time also for ourselves. So just be patient, try to make your discipline better, and practice also Instagram, or just recording videos, taking pictures. This really makes difference. So also if you want to help with the social media, just give me any question. I just want to share my thoughts and also share my knowledge, because what makes world better without sharing what you know, so someone can have a better life. I just want to encourage you to make a difference and make your next step, because without those we are just staying in the same place, and like lives move pretty fast, so why we don't just make a difference now. So if you like these videos and have any recommendation for another haircut, I just want you to comment, or like I said before, just give me any DMs in the Instagram, and I'm gonna be super excited for the next haircut. Enjoy! Your way hair.